Muted. Sorry about the technical difficulties. I didn't have Jen setting this thing up. Oh boy. How you doing this Saturday night?
I'm all right.
Okay. Figured we would go live real quick. Just a quick video to talk about anything other than Florida politics. Does that sound good to you?
Sounds good.
All right. We have a couple of updates just from Team South Florida to share with you guys. I brought Ken in. He's a fellow police officer in the state of Florida. How long have you been active, Ken?
17 years.
All right. Awesome. Thank you for your service and thanks for joining us. All right. I made some notes because we've got a bunch of stuff to cover, but I'll try to do this real quick. Hurricane Michael relief. Wanted to thank Ken for helping us out tremendously from an agency just north of where we're at. They were a big part in the relief efforts and everything. Just so you know, the last of our gift cards that we received, we ended up having delivered to 5 separate law enforcement officers, all from the Gulf County Sheriff's Office. All 5 of these officers unfortunately lost absolutely everything. So we were fortunate to have a sergeant in northern Florida make that delivery for us. So the Hurricane Michael efforts, the relief efforts were a tremendous success. I just wish we could have done more, but you know, we'll stay in tune with that.
That's good stuff.
Yeah, anything you wanted to say on that? I know you saw us off and helped out tremendously.
Yeah, it's, anytime that that tragedy strikes in Florida, it's always great to see everybody come together, whether it's South Florida, North Florida, Central Florida. I'm just glad that we were able to get the majority of South Florida to pull together and help out North Florida. In fact, I see one of our part-time guys, Alfred Miller, is watching. He's actually up there with some crews right now cleaning stuff up.
Yeah, well, thank him very much from our entire organization and from those of us in South Florida. Unfortunately, the media and just even social media, I don't think anybody really sees how bad it is unless you're actually up there, which is real, just sad, quite frankly.
Yeah, I mean, only real people who's gonna know what it looks like are those that were down in Miami around Andrew or who are up there right now.
We were just blessed and fortunate to do our part, and it would not have been possible without the tremendous support from the community, from different agencies, different organizations, everybody coming together and helping us out. So that covers that. Let me move on to some positive stuff, some exciting stuff. Our charitable initiatives, and we've got quite a few that we do. March and April are very busy times of the year for us. Then we get into Police Week in May. Then things kind of slow down a little bit. You're going to have to help me out with the comments, Ken. I can't see them too much. I think.
Yeah,
What is she?
I see somebody saying that Andrew was horrible, that she lived in Springs then. That's
Yeah, is that
yeah. I wasn't in South Florida then, but I went down there in the aftermath, and it was just like a parking lot.
Yeah, just crazy times, that's for sure. As far as our charitable initiatives go, so March, April, and May, we kind of get beefed up. We go hard for the fundraising and do as much as we possibly can to get situated for the rest of the year. And then we kind of slow down a little bit and just stay active, you know, with each other and with things going on, current events. And then we build up for now. And I'm very excited to share these videos because it's an opportunity to share some of what we do. So our laptop initiative, one of our members, Mike, who's also a part of the 9463 Foundation, he got us in touch with Brian, who is the founder of the 9463 Foundation. A couple of years ago, they reached out, and these guys are amazing, amazing. I don't think many people even know a fraction of what these guys do. They reached out to our organization a couple of years ago, and they said, listen, when a child of a police officer in the state of Florida, when that police officer is killed and that child turns 17, we give them a laptop computer to help them with their education, with college, with their professional life, etc. Unfortunately, that year, they had so many to give that they were short on laptops. So they asked if we could help them out. So we fundraised amongst each other, and we donated a laptop. Shortly thereafter, we got a thank you card. I still have that thank you card in our office behind me. I was touched, to say the least, when we got that thank you card. When we got together as an organization, we said this is something, no matter what, if they're short or not, we're going to continue to do as one of our charitable initiatives. So we've done just that, and this year, we actually just picked up 2 brand new 2019 Hewlett-Packard laptop computers. So thanks to the generosity and the fundraising from earlier in the year, we've secured 2 of those laptops. The first week in December, we're going to present the 9463 Foundation with those 2 laptops. They are going to personally deliver those 2 laptops to the children of 2 fallen police officers in the state of Florida who are turning 17. So that's awesome, awesome, exciting news. We have that starting out.
That's really good news.
Yeah, I'm happy about it as well. In addition to that, we were just rated a top-rated 2018 nonprofit from Great Nonprofits, so we were real ecstatic to see that and get that certificate. It means a lot, and that was largely based on reviews that we received from supporters. So it's the very people that we end up reaching out, trying to help, that ended up taking some time and writing us a review. And then that organization evaluates us as an organization amongst countless other organizations. And we were real pleased and blessed and fortunate to receive that recognition. That brings me to our holiday toy drive. Here's where we're going to reach out to the community again. So the 9463 Foundation and the American Police Hall of Fame, they partner up. And they collect toys around the holiday season, now to December, for children of fallen police officers all across the country. All across the country.
Now, is that the Hall of Fame that's up in Titusville?
It is. It is. So the American, a lot of people didn't know this. I didn't know this when I came out to Florida a couple of years ago. The American Police Hall of Fame up in Titusville mails presents to fallen police officers all throughout the country in December. And what I found out was the 9463 Foundation personally delivers presents not only to the American Police Hall of Fame, but also to children of fallen officers in our state. So we play a very, very small role. We end up collecting some toys around the holiday season, and we deliver those as well as the laptops to the 9463 Foundation. So if you end up collecting some toys from around your area, I know you're north of me, and then I've got 2 contacts, Kristen and Jimmy, who are just south of me up in Broward, down in Broward County. They volunteered to be our point of contact. So what we're going to do is we're going to have anybody that wants to drop off a new unopened present, any value, any age, just get it to us. Message us through our page, text us, call us. The phone number is 702-527-1290. Just send us a message, and we will figure out a way. You can mail it to us, or we can arrange to pick it up from you.
Yeah, if I can jump in real quick, I see Steve Sigmund's watching. If he could reach out to us and let us know what if the children of Sgt Morales, the shirt that I'm wearing right now, need anything, we'd be happy to help out.
You know what? That was a whole nother topic. Jumping right ahead, go ahead. Why don't you tell our viewers, because sometimes we have people that aren't from Florida. I'm disgusted and outraged, to be frank with you, but why don't you share a little bit about your shirt and what's going on right now?
Well, the person who was convicted of murdering Sergeant Gary Morales on February 28th, 2013, his death sentence has just been, I don't know the exact legal term, but it's been kicked back from the Florida Supreme Court based on a ruling that they had a few years ago to be revisited. It doesn't mean that he's getting out of jail. It doesn't mean that he's getting 10 years or 5 years or whatever. They have to, they commuted his death sentence. That's what it is. They have to bring it back to the St. Lucie, or to the 19th Circuit within St. Lucie County in order to have them basically put sentencing back up and follow the new guidelines. The state attorney here and the chief state attorney have both said that they are seeking the death penalty in this case, and they're going back after it. So I have full confidence in the 19th Circuit that State Attorney Bruce Colton and his Chief State Attorney Tom Backetall are going to do their job the way they did it in the first place and get justice for Sgt Morales, his family, and all of us who worked with him, beside him, or anything else.
Yeah, I mean, the only thing I'm going to add to that is I know that specific case is much closer to you than it is to those of us further south. But, you know, we all hurt anytime any of us is injured or, God forbid, killed. You know, it impacts all of us. And really unfortunate and tragic as it is, the family has already been through the whole entire phase. And now they're going to have to do another resentencing. And my understanding is for the death penalty in the state of Florida, it has to be unanimous. And in that particular case, I think it was 9-3, if I'm not mistaken. So that's why they're going to
Yeah, I
have to
believe so.
do the resentencing again. And it's just, you know, like you said, I'm going to echo your thoughts earlier. And if anybody needs anything at all, support in the least, you know, anything we can do as an organization, we're there, we're here. I know you are as well.
I mean, I don't see how any any person could say that they can watch a person take another person's life and especially in a case like this where a guy's just out doing his job trying to keep everybody safe and gets gunned down for nothing more than his employment. And I mean, I was at the funeral. I worked in the same agency Gary did, and I heard his daughters cry at the funeral, so that's something I'm not going to forget.
No, I can't imagine. It's no, it's tough, and it goes without saying. That's when we all have to come together and support each other and make sure that everybody knows we're there for each other. You know, I wasn't gonna go into detail with anything negative, but you know, just we'll finish on a positive note. But just to kind of continue where we're at right now, it's alarming, and you see things in the news, and people are very quick to pass judgment and criticize, especially those that aren't trained, haven't put on a bulletproof vest and a duty belt, and they don't necessarily go to work in a police car. They're not necessarily a target every day like you and I are. The numbers are staggering. I just looked before we started this interview tonight. We're up to 126 police officers killed in line of duty this year, 47 by gunfire.
Absolutely.
Your career and my career, I mean, between the two of us, it's, I don't know, 30-something years of law enforcement experience. 47 officers killed by gunfire year to date. It's, to me, it's frightening. It's disgusting.
Yeah, absolutely. And then the only other number that's creeping up besides that is the suicide rate. And firefighters, paramedics, all first responders are having a big problem with that. But you know, that's something that we can discuss on another time that, you know, we can hopefully prevent in the future.
No, you're absolutely right, and I'm going to piggyback on that a little bit. We're up to 132 suicides. 132. We've had 126 law enforcement officers killed in the line of duty. So if you think about that for a second, that more of our own have taken their own lives, that's a problem. We've briefly touched on it. We've shared different posts and made ourselves available. We've got different levels of experience. We've put it out there. Our phone number is 24/7. Anybody can call us, message us. We've had conversations with people from different parts of the country within the last 2 months, and what seems to help is the fact that we don't ask any questions. We don't care what agency you're from. We don't care your name. If you need to vent, if you need to get something off your chest, if you've been involved in an emotional incident, a traumatic incident, we've got plenty of people within our organization, your contacts, my contacts, our contacts. We have to do a better job helping each other out. For 132, there was 159 last year. We have 132 this year, and the year's not even done. And that's not even including, like you said, the firefighters and paramedics. We've got to do.
And you want to hear the craziest part about all of this? there is zero tracking of this. The only numbers that we track are the stuff that we see on social media. There is no mandatory report like it would be in anytime an officer is injured, where you have to report it to the FBI or something like that for a uniform crime report or UCR. There's absolutely no reporting. National FOP just got some legislation passed through that requires the DOJ to take a look at it, but that's all it does is take a look at it. They don't have to document. They don't have to request why or what or how many. The sad part is it's an extra line on that same form that they already report quarterly on for felonious acts against law enforcement, and they don't do it.
No, it's tough. You're right. You're absolutely right. And I'll let you go. I know you're waking up in just a couple of hours, but just to finish off here and make it somewhat of a positive, piggybacking off of the toy drive, we were contacted by a deputy who's a school resource deputy up in Jackson County. Hurricane Michael had impacted a tremendous amount of her students, and she wants to surprise some of her students and give them some presents for the holidays when they probably are not expecting much at all. So what we're going to do this year that's different from years past is we're going to collect the toys like we always do, but we're going to get some of the toys up to her as well, and she's going to distribute those to some of her students. So we're real happy.
So what kind of school is it? Are we talking elementary, middle, high? What are we talking about?
She's at a middle school.
Okay.
And she said she's okay with gift cards too. She doesn't mind going to the store and shopping if she has to. But whatever it takes. Anything can be mailed to us. Our mailing address is, I'll post it up later, but our mailing address is P.O. Box 8595, Coral Springs, Florida 33075. And you can contact us via Messenger, and we'll set you up with either yourself if you're north of us, or Jimmy or Kristen if you're south of us, and we'll make that happen. The only other two things I have is the holiday shopping days. I know you might know about the location, so don't spill it. Don't disclose the locations. It's top secret right now. But normally we do.
Good thing my clearance isn't revoked.
Yeah, normally we only do one holiday shopping day. I go back and forth on what we call it. But this year we are ecstatic. We're going to be able to do two. We had a couple of sponsors that specifically chose to support that initiative. So, in December, in just a couple of weeks, we are going to drive west, and then we're going to drive north, and then we're going to drive east, and we're literally going to encompass a majority of the state. And we're going to have a really, really awesome weekend. That's all I can really say about that right now. Last year was the absolute highlight, by far, pretty much of anything I've done with our organization. We ended up taking an amazing, incredible family to Toys R Us. They're 3 girls, an amazing, strong survivor, the wife, and it was amazing for all of us. We couldn't even put it into words. So we're going to do that this year in just a couple of weeks. That's coming up in December. And then people ask us about merchandise. We still have everything on our website, teamsouthflorida.org. We have some shirts left, some hats, some patches, and some challenge coins. And that is about it. So, do you have anything else to add? I'm all ears, Ken. I know you're going to get up early.
Well, I just saw one of my local firefighters just joined on their VU. So, want to wish him a happy Veterans Day, even though he's a firefighter. And you too, Rich, your first Veterans Day.
Thank you very much, Ken. I appreciate it. You stay safe over there, and thank you for joining us, and we'll talk to you real soon, okay?
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks, Ken.